Hello, welcome back for some more Super Mega Baseball 4 Season 2, and this is it, the final regular season game of the season, as the Neon are going to finish it out at home against the Underworld, who are 23-24, while the Neon are 30-17. But the Neon have already won their division title, so today's result really doesn't mean anything, as the Spider Bears are going to finish up with the wild card. So the Neon and the Underworld, this is game number 4 between these two teams, and this is another team that the Neon have yet to beat, as the Underworld are 3-0 against them, and they've outscored the Neon 10-4. But again, the Underworld are a different team right now, even though they did beat them earlier this season, shut them out 1-0. But the Neon look to finish this one up on a positive note as they head into the playoffs, carry some momentum. So let's get to it. And offside's going to come back out, as Avenue's going to go back out to second. Could rest a few players in anticipation of the playoffs, but I'm sure some of these players would like to actually have some more stats added to their overall performance. As some of them already have increased their career stats, like Shipwreck. This is her best season by far now. And Avenue's given chase to Bird, but I think Bird is just out of reach of all the batting stats now for Avenue. I don't think she's going to catch her. And Avenue is still a little bit on the downward slope, but we'll bring her in. And Grace Smythe is in yellow for some reason. I don't remember his icon being yellow before. But this is his final start anyway, and this may be his last, well, that's going to be his last start for the team, but most likely this is going to be his last season with the team, so he hopes to finish this up on a positive note as well. But the lineups are set, let's get to it. So looking at the Underworld, McKay and Mess both have high morale. Has some chemistry bonuses going on their side. While the Neon Avenue is still a little bit on the downward slide, even though she had an off game. Phillips and Shipwreck are positive. Shipwreck has been great these last 2 games. 3 home runs. So she could finish that up with another one here today. This is partly cloudy. Nice bright day. Packed house. In the Underworld, there's the bullpen. It's watching anticipation, just in case they're needed today. And here's Eve McKay leading off. She comes in with a .320 average. She's got 9 home runs, 28 RBIs. And first pitch from Smythe is down low and in, taken for a strike. And this game's underway. This one's grounded up the middle and through. And that's going to be a leadoff single for the Underworld as they look to get scoring started early. Here's the shortstop, Elia Alexander. I don't know why I just totally skipped his first name. He's batting .223. He's got 5 homers and 28 RBIs. And stolen base attempt right off the bat. There's the throw, not in time. So the Underworld come out aggressive. Already stealing bases. This is grounded towards short. As Richie looks to run her back to second, throws to first. That's out number 1. And here's the left fielder, Liam Morrison. Got a .234 average with 4 homers, 26 ribbies. Hits the first pitch right back up the middle again. This is going in the center. Sloan gets the throw home, but it's not going to be in time. And that's an RBI single. And the Underworld take an early lead here in the first. As Christian Mess, the first baseman, steps in with a .259 average, 5 home runs, 16 RBIs. As he takes a strike on the inside. Strike 2 on the inside. Fastball, stolen base. And that's a strike him out, throw him out, double play. And that'll end the inning for the Underworld. As Phillips nails him out there at second base. It's a bad throw, but they were able to pick the ball out of the dirt. Get the tag. But the Underworld first lead, they lead 1-0 here in the top of the first. As we go to the bottom of the first down, Barajas is leading off. First baseman is batting .345 with 7 homers. As he takes the ball up high. And he'll ground this one out to second. Toss over, that's out number 1. As the center fielder, Chris Sloan, steps in. He's got a .295 average, 6 homers, 23 RBIs. He takes a strike. He likes to finish his average up in the 300s to end the season if he can. Check swing, but that's in there for strike 2. And he'll ground this one through the hole on the right side. That's going to be a 1-out single for Sloan, as the Neon look to answer back. That'll bring up Kaylani Bird, the right fielder, 387 average, 14 home runs and 37 RBIs. Easily the best offensive player on the team this year. And that's a pitch out. Are they going to intentionally walk her? Nope. They threw it to her, and she hit it right back with the middle. That's going to be a single for Bird. That's going to put runners on first and second with 1 out. For Avenue Nguyen, who's batting .352, 10 home runs, 27 RBIs. She's in second base. She was keeping pace with Bird. Bird has left her in the last couple weeks here. And she pops this one right up on the infield. Second baseman comes in, but it's rolling infield fly, and that's going to be out number 2. That'll bring up Phillips. Catcher's batting .378. He's got 5 homers, driven in 19. He's got a chance to drive in 1 here if he can get a base hit. And he gets a good hit on it, but I think he got under just a bit. As the center fielder's out there just short of the warning track, and it's caught for out number 3. That'll end it. Neon leave 2 runners on. They trail by 1 to go to the top of the second inning. Here's the right fielder, Gertie Beefy, batting .232 with 3 homers, 19 RBIs. First pitch swung at, it's fouled off to the right-hand side. So strike 1. Change up, check swing, it's in there, strike 2. Fastball, check swing, missed inside. Breaking ball misses down low, ball 2. Slow tapper out to first. Barajas will scoop it up, step on the bag, that's out number 1. That'll bring up the third baseman, Maddox Zimmerman. He's got a .261 average. He's hit 1 out, driven in 14. First pitch hit in the left. Shipwreck is there. And she'll glove it for out number 2. So the catcher, Ginger Blacksmith, will step up to the box for the first time. 179 average. No homers, but driven in 5. First pitch. Check swing, that's in there. Strike 1. And she'll foul this one off to the right. So strike 2. Fastball hit up the middle. This will drop for a single. Sloan gets to it and throws it in. So a 2-out single puts the runner at first for Jericho Worrymore, the second baseman. Got .325 average. He's driven in 7, but no homers. First pitch swinging. This is right up the middle. Another hit. That's going to put runners on first and second with 2 outs. For the pitcher, Rose Bernard. She's got a .125 average. Hasn't driven in any, but a base hit here could drive in 1. She'll take a strike on the outside corner. Swung at and missed. There's strike 2. Looking for the fastball, but she didn't like that one. That's ball 1. Hit on the ground at first. Barajas will scoop this one up, step on the bag eventually. He decided to tag the runner instead. That's out number 3. As the Underworld go down. But they still lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the second inning. And here's the left fielder, Kaylee Shipwreck, now batting .257 with 8 home runs and 23 RBIs. She's been on a bit of a tear these last 2 games. She takes a strike on the check swing. Fouls this one back, so it's 0-2. She'll ground this one out towards third. And there's the throw across. That's out number 1. And up steps Ricky Ricci, the shortstop. Got .284, 7 homers, 23 RBIs. And he's really been in the slump as of late. But he grounds this one up the middle and through. That's going to be a single for Ricci. So 1 out. Runner on first base for Snack Hogwash, who's playing third base. .290 average with 6 homers, 14 RBIs. He's also been a bit of a slump here lately. So he takes a ball low and in. Fouled it back. Takes a strike down the middle, so it's 1-2. Line to second, caught for the out, and Ricci cannot get back in time. That's double play. And that'll end the inning for the Neon, as they trailed 1-0 going to the top of the third. And the Underworld are back at the top of their order is McKay. He singled her first time up to lead the game off. And she hammers this one out deep to right, but foul. And another hit right up the middle. Looks like that's going to be a theme today for them. As McKay gets her second hit. That'll bring up Alexander, who's 0 for 1. And there's a strike down low. Change up just missed outside. Stolen base attempt. That's a hit and run. That gets through the hole on the left side. That's going to put runners on first and second. And Smythe is not really fooling anybody so far here early in this one. As Larson steps in, he singled his last time up and drove in the first round of the game. He's got a chance to drive in another. Fastball's in there, strike one. And drilled up through the middle. That's going to be another single. That's going to load the bases up. As the runner holds up at third. So bases loaded, nobody out. Here's Christian Ness. He's 0 for 1. And the Underworld look to do some serious damage here in this inning. First pitch, check swing, that's in there, strike. Check swing also in there, strike 2. Hit deep to left. Shipwreck may have a play. No, she misses the jump. That's going to drop for a hit. It's going to drive in and run as well. It's now 2-0. So Shipwreck misplayed that one, but only cost him 1 run. They would have scored either way, even if she did catch that one. But now the bases are still loaded. Nobody out. And Neon need to get somebody up in the bullpen. This one's caught for the out at second base. Just couldn't turn it in time for the double play, but there's now 1 out. Bases are still loaded for Zimmerman, who's 0 for 1. Ground ball can get Neon out of the inning. Here's a ground ball, but foul to the left. There's the ground ball. Avenue gets it, throws the second. Out number 1, over to first, out number 2. And that's the double play. That'll end the inning. As the Underworld load the bases, but they only push 1 across. They lead 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. There's Gray Smythe stepping in for his first time. He's batting .250. Driven in 1. He does have a home run in his career. Sticks a strike low and in. Fouls this one off to the right, so it's 0-2. Fouls another one off. That looked low, but it's called a strike. So Smythe goes down looking. And the under back at the top of the order is Barajas, who's 0 for 1. First pitch, fastball up high. Ball 1. Another one up high, ball 2. Up high again, ball 3. Grounds out to second. Rory Morrow throw to first. That's out number 2. As Chris Sloan steps in for at bat number 2, he singled his first time. Now batting .299, so the base hit here will get him over 300. And he loops it into left center. This will not drop. Larson gets to it just before it hits the ground. It's caught for out number 3. The Neon go down in order. Go to the top of the 4th. It's 2-0 Underworld out in front. And Blacksmith steps in, 1 for 1. And first pitch, there's another hit. Lined into right. Bird gets it to first, not in time. And again, the Underworld are pouring it on. Smythe just cannot fool anybody. There's Rory Moore. Runner on first, nobody out. And lined up the middle for another single. Smythe's not going to be here for much longer. As Bernard steps in, she's 0 for 1. She'll probably be trying to bunt. And she is, but she pulls it back, but that's in there, strike 1. Bunts it to the left, that's a foul, so strike 2. Try it again, pulled it back in time, that's ball 1. Bunts it, this is a successful bunt. This will advance the runners over, it's a sacrifice. Throw goes first for out number 1. That'll bring up Ethan McKay, who's 2 for 2. Runner on second and third. Hits it foul to the right. So strike 1. Another one fouled off. So the 0-2 pitch. Taken up high for ball 1. Fastball fouled away. Check swing, taken high. Ball 2. Another one fouled off to the right. And again fouled off. Putting up a fight. Again foul to the right. Just misses high. Ball 3. Hit on the ground to left. Past the diving hogwash into left field. Shipwreck gets it in, but that's going to be another RBI single. As McKay now 3 for 3. That extends the Underworld lead 3-0. Here's Alexander 1 for 2. And Smythe, 4th inning, he's already at 51 pitches. Another stolen base attempt. There's the throw, not in time. McKay steals another base. So runners at second and third now with 1 away. Base hit could score 2. But this is lined towards second. And Avenue throws home, but not in time. Another run's going to score. So it's now 4-0 Underworld. The runners are on the corners with 1 away. So Larson steps in, looking to drive in another run. He'll take a strike low. This one's fouled off, so it's 0-2. Hit into left. Shipwreck is there. She'll glove this one out number 2. Throw goes home. But the runner holds at third. So now it's 2 outs. Runners on the corners for Christian Mess, who's 1 for 2. He's driven in 1. First pitch swinging. Hit into left field. Shipwreck should have room. She's at the warning track. Oh, but she misplays it. It's off the wall. That's going to drive in 2 more runs. It's now 6-0 Underworld. Security Beefy. He's 0 for 2. And Smythe. His day ends way early. This is probably his shortest outing of his career, possibly. So he's coming out. Port Matthews is going to come in. The Underworld look to establish dominance in this one. And remain undefeated against the Neon. And the first pitch from Matthews is inside, strike 1. Strike 2 down low. Fastball misses high. Changeup, singled up through the middle. That's going to put another runners on the corners once more. Here's Zimmerman, 0 for 2. As the Underworld came swinging on this one. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Change up on the outside. That one misses. Breaking ball misses low and in. So it's 2-1. Fastball fouled off. Change up crushed into deep center. This one's long gone. 3-run home run. In the Underworld, they came to play. 463 feet. That's his 2nd home run of the year. RBI's 15, 16, and 17. And the Underworld are running away with this one. As Blacksmith steps in, 2 for 2. It's now a 9-0 lead for the Underworld here in the 4th. Fouled away to the left. Line drive to second. Avenue's there. She'll glove it for out number 3. That'll end it. But the Underworld score 7 runs in the top of the 7th inning, in the 4th inning. They now lead 9-0. Out hitting the 14-3. Luckily for the Neon, this game doesn't mean anything to them. As Bird steps in, she's 1 for 1. She'll foul the first pitch off to the right. Hits this into right. This is going to not drop. Nice sliding catch out in right field for out number 1. Here's Avenue. She's 0 for 1. Check swing, strike on the outside. Grounded up the middle, but pitcher picks it up, throws to first. That's out number 2. That'll bring up Phillips, who's 0 for 1. So far, no solid contact really for the Neon. This is grounded to the left side. Third baseman's got it. Over to first. That's out number 3. And Neon retired in order once more. We go to top of the 5th. 9-0 Underworld advantage. As Worrymore steps back in. He's 2 for 2. First pitch grounded out to short. Riccio scooped this one up. Throw to first. That's out number 1. As the pitcher, Bernard, steps in 0 for 1. First pitch hit on the ground to first. Barajas picked this one up. He's going to try to step on the bag. He will. Out number 2. So back to top of the order is McKay, who's 3 for 3. She drove in a runner last time up. First pitch hit up the middle and through. That's another single. Sloan lays out to stop it from going to the wall. But McKay's 4 for 4. And there's Alexander, 1 for 3. He's driven in 1 run. First pitch hit deep to right. This one's got a chance to go off the very top of the wall. Bird's there to get the rebound. Gets the ball in, but it's going to drive in another run. It's now 10-0 Underworld. Does this turn into a rout? Liam Larson steps in 2 for 3. He's driven in 1 run. And Port Matthews really isn't fooling anybody either. This one's in there for a strike. Hit on the ground to short. Riccio will pick it up. He'll sling it across. That's out number 3. That'll end the inning. But the Underworld score another one. They lead 10-0 going to the bottom of the 5th. So Shipwreck steps in for her second at bat. She's 0 for 1. There's a ball outside. Line shot up the left center. This is going to go all the way to the wall. Shipwreck's on her way to second base. So should be safe there with a double. Ricky Ricci steps in. He singled his first time up. He'd like to drive in a run. First pitch in there. Strike. That was a check swing. Swung at and missed. Strike 2. Popped up. Center field. He's going to take a charge. Second baseman is there. That's out number 1. And Agua steps up to the box. He's 0 for 1. Just now getting a second at bat. They already got players on their team on their 4th at bat. So he lines this one into center. This is going to be caught for out number 2. So 2 away. Runner on second base. There's Port Matthews. He's getting taken out for a pinch hitter. Arnold to come into play. She's batting .339. Line shot up the middle, past second base. Throw goes home. And that's going to be just a bad decision. As Shipwreck turned around to go back to third, but couldn't get there in time. She's thrown out. That was just a bad base run. She's made mistakes all day. So the Neon come up empty. We go top of the 6th. They still trail by 10. Christian Mess steps up. 2 for 3. He's driven in 3 runs. Alejandro Dantas is on the mound now. 245? 245 ERA. First pitch is in there. Strike 1. This is low. Another fastball in there. Strike 2. Fouls it off. Way high. Ball 2. Another fastball hit on the ground. Ricci scoops this one. Throws the first in time. Out number 1. Yes, Gertie Beefy steps back up in. She's 1 for 3. First pitch, line to first. Barajas is right there. He'll glove it. Out number 2. Zimmerman steps in. He crushed a home run his last time up. He's driven in 3 runs. First pitch, strike 1 low. Fouls it off. Another one fouled away, so still 0-2. Hit into right field, foul territory. Bird is there. No, actually it was fair. But Bird got there in time. That's out number 3. As we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. 10-0, Underworld lead. As Baraja steps up for his 3rd at bat. He's 0-2. Line back through the middle. And Baraja's going to lead off the inning with a single. As the Neon try to get something going. Here's Sloan, 1 for 3. First pitch is low, ball 1. Fouled back. Inside for ball 2. Swung at and missed. He was under that one. Deep fly to center. I think he's under it. Center fielder's on the warning track. He'll glove it. That's out number 1. Braz retreats back to first. So Sloan just missed that one. As Bird steps in, 1 for 2. First pitch fouled away to the right. Inside for a ball. Hit into center. This is going to hang up a little long enough to be caught for out number 2. So Avenue steps back up. She's 0 for 2. Batting with a runner on first base, but now 2 outs. Lined into left center. This is going to drop for a hit. Baraja's round second, but he's going to head back. He wouldn't have made that. So that puts runners at first and second with 2 outs for Ian Phillips, who's 0 for 2. Lines at the first. That's caught for out number 3. That'll end the inning. Neon leave 2 runners on. They still trail by 10 as we go to the top of the 7th. Here's Ginger Blacksmith. She's 2 for 3. First pitch misses low. Hit deep to left, but this is going to reach the seats for a foul ball. So 1-1. Hit towards second. Avenue backhands it. Throws to first. That's out number 1. Here's Worrymore, who's 2 for 3. First pitch hit deep to center. Sloan's got plenty of room. He'll glove this one for out number 2. As the pitcher Bernard steps back up to the plate, 0 for 2. But she's got a comfortable 10-0 lead. First pitch in there, strike 1. Swung at and missed, strike 2. And fouled off to the right. And line to first. Barajas is right there. He'll glove this one out number 3. That'll end the inning. So we can move to the bottom of the 7th inning. 10-0. Underworld are out in front. Out hitting the Neon 16-7. Shipwreck stepped back in. She doubled her last time up, but she's made some critical errors today. Especially last time up on base running error she made. She lines this one up the middle. Second baseman has it. Throws to first. That's out number 1. As Ricky Ricci steps up. 1 for 2. Line shot up the middle and through. Ricci's got another hit. So runner first base. Here's Hogwash. 0 for 2. 1 out. Takes a strike. Hit into left. This is going to be caught for out number 2. So 2 away. Still got a runner at first. Here's down toss. It's the 7th inning. Go ahead and bring somebody in. Let Leslie bat. She hasn't played in a while. So he takes a ball. She's only batting .281. grounds this one over to first and second. Second baseman has it. Throws to first. That's out number 3. That'll end it. Neon come up empty once more. So they still trail by 10 as we go to the top of the 8th. Neon just cannot get anything going today. So here's McKay. She's 4 for 4. Driven in 1. I think she's got 2 stolen bases now. This one's the line to first. Barajas diving stop. Just does win the race to first base. And McKay's retired for the first time. That'll bring up Alexander. He's 2 for 4. Driven in 2 of their 10 runs. This one's in for a strike. Nayeli Odom is pitching now. 288 average. There's a breaking ball low. Strike 2. Hit out to second. Nice diving stop by Ricci. Dove away from the ball to get that one. So out number 2 brings up Larson, who's 2 for 4. First pitch swinging and through the middle. It's going to be another single. They got runners on every inning, I think. As Christian Mess steps up, 2 for 4, driven in 3. As the whole team has been involved for Underworld. First pitch in there, strike 1. Throw over to first. He's in there safely. Fastball in there, strike 2. Curve hit on the ground to second. Avenue scoops it, throws to second, out number 1. Thinking there's 1 out. There's 2. That's out number 3. As the Underworld come up empty, but they still lead by 10. We're at the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's Barajas. He's 2 for 3. 1 for 3. Learn to read. Swings the first pitch and misses. Ball 1, low and in. Skied into left. Left fielder comes in, and they're there for out number 1. So up steps Sloan. He's 1 for 3. As again, Neon have not had solid contact at all this game. He's way out in front of that one, fouls it off. Outside for ball 1. Swung at and missed, strike 2. Slow grounder to first. First baseman has it. Toss to the pitcher covering. Sloan just is thrown out. It's out number 2. Brings up Bird, who's 1 for 3. Line shot on the ground to second. Worrymore has it. Throws to first. That's out number 3. And again, the Neon are retired in order. So we go to the final frame. 9th inning. Underworld up by 10. Gertie Beefy steps into the box. 1 for 4. And Bird picked up an injury. Oh no. That's not what we need going into the playoffs. Doesn't look to be too serious, however. But she's going to come out. Overly's going to take over at first. So defensive substitution. We got Overly taking place over at first base. As the first pitch is down low. Strike 1. Check swing. The curve is in there. Strike 2. Slider on the outside. Misses. High fastball. Hit into right. This is going to drop for a hit. Why did I say first base? Overly's in right. Bird's the right fielder. Doesn't matter. Still got a base hit. So runner at first base. Nobody out for Zimmerman, who's 1 for 4. But he crushed that 3-run home run earlier in the game. He crushes one through the hole on the left-hand side. This is going to be another single. So runners on first and second. Nobody out. The Underworld look to pile on even more runs. Blacksmith steps in. 2 for 4. They got 10 runs this game. That's what they've scored the entire series all time against the Neon. So they've already doubled their total. So at this point, they have outscored the Neon 20-4 in their all-time series. This was fouled away, so it's 0-2. Fastball taken for a ball outside. Curve hit through the middle. Second baseman's got it. Throws second for an out. Over to first. Out number 2. That's a double play. As the runner advances to third, but now there's 2 outs. for Worrymore. He's 2 for 4. See if Odom can get out of this inning without them scoring one more. First pitch fouled off to the right. Slider misses low and outside. Fastball fouled off, so it's 1-2. Hit up the middle. Odom gets a glove on it, picks it up, throws the first, out number 3. That'll end it. Underworld come up empty, even though they got a leadoff hit. Go to the bottom of the 9th. It's the last chance for the Neon. They got to come up with 10 runs. They trail by 10. They really want to score at least one, not get shut out. As Avenue steps in, 1 for 3. They've been shut out enough this season. First pitch, hit on the ground to short. Alexander's got it. Throws the first. That's 1 away. Brings up Phillips. He's 0 for 3. First pitch inside for a strike. Way out in front of that changeup. Strike 2. Fouls it off. Grounded to first. First baseman's got it. Steps on the bag. That's out number 2. Neon are down to the last out. There's Kaylee Shipwreck. 1 for 3. Lines it towards third. Third baseman lays out to get it. Throws the first. That's out number 3. That'll end the game. Neon lose. They get shut out in the final game of the regular season. It's not how they wanted to head into the playoffs. The Underworld walk away with this one easily. As bad as the team has been this year, they look like the team of old in this one. As they win 10-0. Out hitting the Neon 19-8. Top batter for the Underworld. You could just draw a name out of a hat on this one. I guess we'll give it to Zimmerman. Went 2 for 5 with a run scored. No, take that back. We'll take it to McKay. 4 for 5. 4 runs scored. RBI. I think she stole 2 bases as well. Top batter for the Neon. There is nobody here. We'll give it to Ricci though. 2 for 3. As nobody can get anything going. Bernard will pick up the win with the distance all 9 innings. Gave up 8 hits. Struck out 1. That's their 4th win of the year. They're now 4-2. Smythe picks up the loss, and again, I don't think he's won a game since being injured earlier in the year. Only lasted 3 2/3, gave up 12 hits and 7 runs. Struck out 1. Picked up his 4th loss. He's 4-4, and only 1 strikeout in the entire game. That is the career low for the Neons. They usually strike out at least a decent amount. Not in this one, however. Top 3 players, all Underworld, without any doubt. Rose Bernard, number 1. 9 innings pitched, 8 hits, struck out 1. Eve McKay, number 2, 4 for 5 with an RBI, 4 runs scored, 2 stolen bases. I was right there. And Maddox Zimmerman, 2 for 5 with a homer, 3 RBIs and a run scored. As luckily for the Neon, that game didn't mean anything. They will still win the division even with that outcome. So let's see. The media is asking who you thought shined in today's game. Who do you praise? Out of those 2, Odom had the better showing. She didn't give up any runs. Dontasa, I don't think he gave up any either, really, but I think Odom was a little bit better. So her loyalty is going to go up. 2 players are fighting over the gold-trimmed athletic cup you found in the dugout. Who are you going to give it to? Dunk Lawson or Matthews? Matthews is not a good pitcher. We're going to give it to Lawson. Increases loyalty. We're going to try to keep him on the team. Port Matthews has 0 loyalty. That's the worst on the team. And we got 4 games to go through. So let's go ahead and get to these. First game up, Bottlenoses and Bandits. Bandits are going to win this one 3-1. War Wagons against the Favorites. And the Favorites are going to hang on to this one. 9-5 victory. Outlaws and Advocates. Outlaws are going to win this one 9-1. They needed to have more runs than that. In the final game, Philosophers against the Spider Bears, and the Philosophers are going to beat the Spider Bears. So the Neon will finish on first place by themselves. Spider Bears had a chance to tie, but they just couldn't do it. And here's a look at your final standings for the regular season. Bush League Conference, Jubilee Division, Energetics finished first. Well, tied for first with a 27-21 record. Tied with the Outlaws and tied with the Water Bullets. What a division that race was over there. So we'll look and see who the wild card was. Water Bullets have finished, no, I'll take that back. Champs finished 4th, 20-28 record, 7 games out, as well as the Bottlenoses also have the same record. And Namby-Pamby Division, the Guardians will win their division, 28-20 record, 1 game over the Craniums, who finished 27-21. Bolters 24-24, 4 games out, favorite to 23-25. They were 5 games back, and the Spots finished last, 18-30, 10 games out. Negative 51 run differential. Is that the worst? That is not the worst. Okay, we'll get to that. Dynamic division. The Philosophers will win their division with a 30-18 record, so they are equal with the Neon. Those are the only 2 teams that won 30 games. The Tundras are in second place, 5 games out with a 25-23 record. Razzles finished third, 24-24, 6 games out. Riddles also with the same record and same distance back. Machos finished last, 16-32. Did they have the worst record? They did have the worst record in the league. Bleacher Bum Conference. Satisfactory division. Grays win the division, 29-19. Bards finished second, 24-24, 5 games behind. Serpents 23-25, 6 games out. Bandits 22-26, 7 games out. They were in the playoffs last season. Gobblers 20-28, 9 games behind. The Advocates are 18-30, 11 games back. And no, Advocates. Can't remember if it was Advocates or Fantastics that made the playoffs last year. I want to say the Advocates were there, but for whatever reason, I can't remember. If it was them, they had a massive drop in their season. Either way, Ambitious division. Lucky Bricks will win it, 29-19. War Wagons finished second, 24-24, 5 games back. They gave the Lucky Bricks a fight there coming up to the last couple weeks, but they just couldn't do it. Fantastic finished third, 23-25, 6 games out. Sewer Snakes finished fourth, 22-26, 7 games out. The Freedom finished last, 21-27, 8 games behind. And the Prosthetic division, the Neon win the division, 30-18 record. That's 2 games worse than they finished last season, where they won 32. Spider Bears finished second, 29-19, 1 game behind. Ancients finished, no, it was the Ancients that won playoffs last year, I think. Either way, they finished third, 26-22, 4 games back. Underworld, with that win, finished 24-24, so they finished 500. 6 games out. Elephants finished bottom of the ring, 20-28 record, 10 games out. Let's see, so highest run differential, the Neon were 67, and that is the best run differential, barely. Grays are right there at 63, and the worst run differential is going to be Elephants. No, Advocates are negative 68. So that's a season they just like to forget completely. So that's that. Let's look at the wild card. Nope, not schedule. Standings. Wild cards. So Philosophers, Guardians, and Energetics win it for the Bush League, and the Outlaws will be the wild card. 27-21. Tied with Water Bullets and Craniums, but the run differential of 32 will get them in there. So they make the playoffs for the first time in their history. The Guardians are back again. The Philosophers are back. The Energetics, I think, make their first appearance as well. So the Guardians are still the defending champions, so they're going to try to win it. Back-to-back seasons. Bleacher Bum Conference, the Neon, the Grays, and the Lucky Breaks are all in there. Lucky Breaks, I think, made playoffs last year. I know the Grays are new. Spider Bears will be their first appearance, as Spider Bears pick up the wild card. 3 games over the Ancients. So that's a look at your playoff standings. Let's get to the summary real quick. Nope, not that. Summary. Scroll down. 10-0. There we go. So last minute changes for the Underworld. As they, even though they win, they're going to fire people off the team. So they dumped a reliever, Salazar. We didn't even see him that game, but apparently he did something wrong. They dropped him, picked up Kent Bernal. So dropped a B-, picked up a C+, freed up a little bit of salary. And we got some player development for Ricci. Power, speed, and contact. We don't have the money for it, though, unfortunately, so we'll have to skip that. Hunky Morse drops their salary. And I was off camera, I was just looking through what the original lineup for the Neon was before we did the fantasy draft, and Hunky Morse is originally on the Neon. So I thought that was interesting. Camila Campos was dropped by the Energetics, so the Energetics make a little bit of change as they head to the playoffs. They're swapping out a second baseman for an outfielder, as Campson McKickey was signed. Dropped a B, picked up a B+. Slightly better hitter. Way better arm out for the outfield. Nice. And the Outlaws made a change as they're in the playoffs now. Corey Warren was signed. Helena O'Neill was dropped, so they've made a change for the relievers. Dropped a B, picked up a B+. Well, I wouldn't say slightly, but a little bit better pitcher. Outlaws made another change. Tate Sportsman was signed, and Sonnet Roman was kicked off. So they changed out starters. Dropped a C, picked up an A-, and a lot of salary they just picked up as well. But they made a nice starting rotation change as they try to win. Energetics were making a change as well. Shortstop Giovanni Bruiser was signed. Golder Wankerstein was dropped. So it dropped the first baseman, picked up a shortstop, and a really good shortstop. Dropped a C, and A- they signed. Good batter, good fielding, good speed, good arm, good everything over there. Lacking in power a little bit, but that's a really good signing for them. And there's some signings there. But before we head off to the playoffs, let's see if there's anything we can do. We're going to look at them free agents real quick just to see if there's anybody we can possibly sign heading into the playoff. As the Neon try to win this one this year, I don't think there's going to be anybody we can really get. But we want to look for a catcher for sure, for Roach if we can afford one. How much is Roach getting paid? Roach, where are you? You're right here. You're getting paid $2.6 million. I don't think there's anything we can do for that. No. Cheapest we can go is 3.6, and they're terrible as well. So nothing we can do there. Is anybody else we could change? Smythe. We can look at him real quick. Smythe. Smythe. He's making $6.3 million. He's a B rank. Swap that over for starters. So he's a B, so if we look at the Bs, all these are making way more. Get a B-. No, I don't think there's anybody here we can do either. How much was he making again? 6.3 for a B ranker. Yeah, I think we're stuck with him still. 8.2, 8, 11, 7. Even with the same rank, he's a 12. B- for 5.2, but that's just terrible. Great accuracy, but nothing else. Great velocity, but nothing else. What are the Smythe stats? 70, 50, 40. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be anybody here that's going to beat that within our price range. 20, 70, 50 is not bad. Can't throw with any velocity, but everything else is okay. Nope. 50, 46, nope. Yeah, I think we're stuck with everybody for right now. Anybody else we can look at? Don't think so. Again, I think we're stuck with everybody. So, yep. We're not going to be making any changes. Just cannot afford anybody. Roach is the big one I'd like to swap out, but we just can't do it. He's the lowest ranked member on the team. He's definitely a detriment to the team, but we can't do anything with it. So that roster we have is the roster we're stuck with. So look at player development. Let's get this one training in if we can afford one. So we got 700 grand to spend. This one's for Overlay. Speed, fielding, and arm. Fielding would go up, which is nice. His arm would go up, which is nice. Speed, well, that's nice as well. And he's got a chance to lose that negative trait he has. That would be great as well. So we'll look at that one. Shipwreck. Speed and power. She really need more power. Some more speed would be useful. But she don't need power. She needs contact. That's her main problem. Let's see. Danta's too old. Odom's too old. Summer Arnold. Speed and arm. Both useful, but nothing spectacular. Alright, so we're going to have to spin this, otherwise we can't use it at all. Can't do it during the playoffs. So I'm thinking maybe the Overlay here. Speed, fielding, and arm, and a chance to lose a negative trait. That's pretty good. We can use another speedy runner. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go for this one. This is the only training we'll be able to do. Possibly. We'll look and see, but I think we can't do any more. So all that goes up. He's got a chance for +3 speed. Didn't get it. 3 fielding. Did not get that either. This is the one we want, though. We want to lose this negative trait. He didn't get that either. That's terrible. But his loyalty went up 6 points. So that leaves us with 164,000. That's not enough to do anything else. So that is it. We'll look at the final stat leaders for the regular season. That's the top 10 players. Wesman will finish the #1 player in the top 10. Drummond's up there, so is Lozano, and Bird's down there in the 9th place. Top batting, Bird's going to lead the regular season with that one, 384 average. Avenue's 349. Barajas at 343. That's kind of surprising him being that high. Home runs, Bird is only 2 out of the top place. Tupple French finishes that one with 16, but Bird's there with 14. RBIs, Bird's a little bit behind on that one, as French wins that one as well with 50. Bird's got 37. And Bird's up there on base percentage, 412 average. And a lot of people are close on these races. Slugging percentage, Bird wins this one though, 676, which is kind of surprising. I think Tupple would be up there with 16 homers, so I guess he got more singles than she did. But Avenue's down there at the bottom. Chesty Norton and Severus and Tintz not even on the teams anymore, as neither is Dorothy Walker. We know Dorothy Walker's a good player over there on the percentage side, on base percentage. We know she's a good player. She tore us up one game this season, but she's not on a team right now. On base plus slugging, Bird leads everybody in that one as well. Avenue down there, 947. Esther Butters right there, right behind Bird. Hits, Bird got 71 to lead everybody. Avenue's right there with 65. Like I said, those two went at it all season long, but Bird just took charge right there the last week of the season and ran away with it. Braz is right there at 59 as well. Extra base hits, Bird's way down 24. Not very far. Rince Pruitt finishes with the Spider Bears up at the top, 29. Strikeouts, Romina Locos with 77 strikeouts. That might be an all-time high. Can I look at last season? Yeah, I can. 56 was the record last year. 77, that's a super high record there. Who was your home run leader last year? Nope, I'm the wrong one. Home runs, Tupple got 16 this year. Flavio McWally's got 20 last year. I don't know where he's playing right now. Runs scored, nobody for the Neon on this one. Rince Pruitt walks away with that one with 40. A lot of everybody else in the 30s. Stolen bases, Isaiah Briefs on the energetics, which is fitting. He's got 21. He won. I say fitting because their mascot is the rabbit, so that makes sense. Nobody there on the Neon side, which is a change from last year, I think. Yeah, Sloan won it last year with 18. Hogwash was up there with 13, but they don't even make the chart this time around. Caught stealing, Sloan and Avenue are up there with 4, but Elia Evans leads that one with 7. And Sloan led the league last year with 8, so at least that was an improvement. Pitching-wise, the win leader is going to be Cameron Thornton. Well, they're tied with Miles Peterson and Brody Ventura. Wasman's right there with 7. And Lozano's down there with 6. The all-time leader is Helena O'Neill, so 8 wins is the all-time lead. So there's now 4 players tied with that record. ERA, Love Drum is down there with 213, but Julian McConnell of the Champs is going to win this one with a 141. And the all-time record is 147, so a new career record was set for ERA. As Walt Pratt was the leader for the Neon last season. Drummond with 216 last year, so she improved this year with 213. Saves, Hannah got 8, so he led the league, which is surprising because he really had no real opportunities this year. He only got 8, but look at him last year with 21. He just tore it up last year, but not this season. Completely different. Whips. Cameron Thornton was this one with a .81. McConnell's not that far back, but nobody for the Neon. Opponent batting average 173 for Brett Navarro for the Champs. There's a lot of people in the hundreds. That's pretty good. There's Sweet Bull down there. That's the Guardians. What player we were trying to get. So 173, 168 was their all-time record for the Underworld. Salazar, that's the player they just released. So he was unhittable last year, batting average-wise, but they dropped him for this season. So I wonder how bad he was compared to last year. Strikeouts, Wasman's going to win this one this year, 112. I think that's going to be an all-time record. Peterson with 88. Lozano's down with 84. Drummond with 84 as well. Smythe down there with 74. And the all-time record was 152. Never mind. Well, Pratt set the record. Nobody's even close. Smythe with 121 last year. Drummond with 120 last year. So both of them were off pace. Musty Escargot, remember him. He's down there with 82. I know he's playing with somebody this year, but I can't remember who. Somebody picked him up. But Wesman, still not bad for a rookie, 112. Even though everybody's rookies last year. But Pratt was just great last year for us. It's a shame he retired early. Strikeouts per 9 innings was 12. Not bad for Wesman. Smythe was down there with 10. Lozano with 10. Drummond with 95. And Pratt last year, he struck out just under around 16 every at bat. What? Say it right. Every 9 innings, he struck out about 16 per game. Not bad at all. And he had a .22 walks per every 9 innings as well. Tied for Drummond last year. But Smythe sets the record now this year. He's got only walked .14. Lozano with 24. Drummond with 36. Wesman with 43. As all 4 starters would lead the category. And strikeouts per walk ratio, we don't care. As the AI will never be on that one. And that'll do it for the standing. Well, stats, I should say. And that'll do it for this one. We will get the playoffs started. We will do that now. Make sure you want to start the playoffs. You'll be able to sign and release. That's fine. Can't do anything there. Can't do any player developments. We just did that. So we get started. We made the playoffs. And you look at the playoff tree. It's going to be Energetics taking on the Guardians on that side. Outlaws and the Philosophers taking on over there. And our conference is going to be the the Lucky Breaks going against the Grays and the Spider Bears and the Neon. Be going for it over here. And again, the Neon have not had good luck against the Spider Bears in their history, so this could be a tough one. And who's going to be going on the mound? See if the Energetics is going to be going against the Guardians, but we need to skip that one. Let's just get right to our game. So first one up, the Guardians taking on the Energetics. The Energetics going to win game 1, 5-1 over the defending champs. The Outlaws against the Philosophers, and the Outlaws are going to handle the Philosophers fairly easily. Lucky Breaks against the Grays. And the Lucky Breaks take it to them 7-1 to take a 1-0 advantage in their series. So looking at game 1 of the conference semifinals, Spider Bears and the Neon. Neon are going to be at home. Ogle Tightly is going to be on the mound for the Spider Bears, taking on Love Drummond for the Neon. As I said, the Spider Bears have a pretty good record against the Neon, as they beat them every game this season. But the Neon are looking for some payback. They're going to be trying to win the division, which they've already done. They're going to try to win the whole thing. They spent the money for it. Let's see if they can come through. Playoffs begin next time up. See you then.